Side camper, move now. Move camper. Side camper. Drinking all that water. Hey y'all, what's up? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is in your country. This is your girl, the real deal. Let me just skills reaction. Yeah. Like, sharing, subscribe. Hope everybody doing all right out there. Happy birthday to you, Pisces. Yeah. Will you hush count? Shout out to anybody out there celebrating any kind of celebration. Celebrate, baby. Celebrate. Shout out to all the working women out there. Work, baby. Work. And work well. Okay, that was zero stars. Come in, work. And work. Don't let some machine come in, work. And work our fingers through bones. And the boss name keep talking about yeah. Camp up. Stop. Go sit down. Go in the house. You don't need to sit there. I don't need you to do that. I don't need you to do that. Go in the house. Go in the house. Go in the house. The house. Go in the house. I don't need you to add me and me everything I say. What's up, y'all? This your girl, the real deal. Anita Kill. Leave our cheering alone, please. Thanks for watching. This is your girl. This is your girl. You already know. Yeah. Thanks for watching. This is the thanks for watching, okay? Smash that like button and join the channel for $4.99 monthly, okay? Y'all, I want to take my time and come in here. Y'all, I told y'all. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? I'm trying to educate some of y'all. We are going through something right now, and y'all not paying attention. I'm putting it out there for y'all. Y'all don't want to believe me. Leave our little kids alone, y'all. Leave our children alone. Leave the babies alone, y'all. Leave our babies alone. We're taking our kids out now. We're taking our own kids out. People sick and tired of y'all. You know it. Y'all in the news too much. Y'all trying to destroy everything, trying to destroy everybody, country, city, state, even your own. People sitting back watching y'all. They sick of y'all. And then when we see you on the news, oh, you want somebody to say, oh, I ain't saying jack. You're killing yourself, now you don't start killing these kids. And then you want to sit up in the peep and peep. Now it's mental health is very serious out here. Mental health is very serious out here. Any woman that can take her own child's life is selfish. You take your own children like that, you sit up and you walk around. They need to just go and do what they got to do with you. They need to change the law. Because we out of control. We so out of control. We so out of control against each other. We don't like nobody. We see somebody doing good, we get mad. We get up in the cut and start talking about it. Now we don't start on our kids. I heard a conversation on YouTube the other day talking about something don't need to be on YouTube. Called children on here. Talking about what they did to a child and what happened to them when they was a child. Had to find this stuff. Y'all need to stop that. YouTube need to get up on y'all butts and cut y'all out like they do everybody else. Now that's a shame. Ain't it good is gonna get up and kill all her kids. At this time, defects called it Popo. Wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? Then you over there in Mexico. Think you gonna run Mexico? Y'all ain't gonna run nothing. They sick of y'all. Sick of y'all. Then they can't nobody have a concert because y'all want to act a fool. But when somebody talk about y'all heard what the real deal said, I said it. What I said. Then you go around playing on people's channel like you're a little kid. Y'all got to get some help, boy. The help is needed, Biden. Get these folks some free help. This woman here I'm going to talk about, I'm going to show y'all something. This young girl, she ain't all that young. If you in your 40s, you got more sense than everybody. Y'all getting older. You getting older. Stop acting like a child. This girl killed all her kids, except for 2. She was trying to get them 2. She was trying to get them. What's wrong with y'all women out here? Y'all out of control. Y'all want control. Why? What would make a mother stab her own children? I had to come home this evening. I had to take me a nap. My 5 o'clock a.m. caught up with me. So what I do? Took a nap. What is going on, y'all? What would make you get up out your bed or get off of your chair and go kill your children? That's you going through something. They ain't did them kid me. You don't kill your kids and we're trying to kill the other 2. Let's take a look at this, y'all. He said, women, I don't know what's going on with y'all. Y'all need to get some help. Y'all people need to get some help. Cause folks sick of y'all. People in this world is sick of y'all people. And then when somebody tell you about yourself, you get mad. You're taking your children's life. Why don't you just take your misery butt on out and leave my babies alone? The girl don't kill. Oh, she was trying to kill the other 2, y'all. And guess who called the police? Guess who called Popo? CPS. Just because she's selfish. Yo, the madness is here. That pandemic. When they left y'all in the house, because y'all the only one eating the food. When they let y'all out, they act like they let y'all out of something. Like y'all ain't never been locked down, stay in the house something. Get on back in the house. Let's stay locked down. Let's live locked down. It won't bother me because I stay in my bed. We gonna look at this first video, y'all, for real. We gonna watch this first video. This mother, you killing your own child. I wonder what them. Mama, don't do that. I know they said, Mama, stop. No, Mama, stop. I know they saying it. I wouldn't sit there and let them stay. I mean, I pick up a letter. She ain't gonna get me. Come on up on the bed. I'm running out the door. But I don't know how old these kids, y'all. Let's check a little. Wait, hold up, y'all. Let me turn my music down. I called my mom, but I don't know if she's asleep or whatever. I'm gonna start. I want y'all mods. If you subscribe to the channel, you can easily pick on her. I can't call them down back every time I go live. I can't do that. CPS was visiting. This happened in Texas.
After speaking to relatives and investigators tonight. Matt.
Yeah, Cynthia, I don't know how to say this here, but what happened here on this street in this tiny community behind me is simply unfathomable. A mother, police say, stabbing her own children, 3 of them to death. Police still on scene here tonight telling us that all this happened around 4 p.m. this afternoon. And believe me when I tell you, something like this had happened on
Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. She did this around 4 o'clock. The elementary, I'm about to find out how old these kids, because elementary kids, they get out at 2. They get out at 2 o'clock. So she playing this. Mama playing this.
Tiny street in this tiny community has sent a titanic shockwave through so many here in Italy, Texas. So far, what we know tonight, it is unknown what sparked the killings, but WFAA sources.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on for a minute. I gotta make sure. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Y'all make sure, please smash the like button if you're watching. Okay? I have to come up with faster content for y'all to watch. Just woke up and said, hold on for a minute, y'all. Hold on for a minute. Hold on, y'all. Let me start the phone up. Whoa, what I'm doing. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Wait on my phone start up, okay? Y'all go get some ice cream. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let my phone come up. These folks going crazy out here in this world. Ooh-wee. Y'all killing the kids now. Not the baby daddy. Golly. What's going on with my phone, but I see it. I'm on phone. Mama love you, baby. Hold on, y'all. Y'all come on in. Go get you some ice cream. Go get you a tuna sandwich, whatever you eat. Go get it. Okay? Charge my phone up, y'all. This speaker ain't charge my phone up. Okay, here we go. Here we go, y'all. I'm ready now. I'm ready. There you go. Okay, here we go. Let me turn it back down just a little bit, okay? Y'all know I got to have my music. Here is the house. Look at the kids' bicycle. Whoever stay here, some good people. Got the grill like that and everything. This lady stay up. Her 5 children, y'all. I got 5 children. And she killed 3 after CPS visit. Her home in Italy, Texas. Her kids. So that's what we doing now. We taking out our kids. Our own kids. The mother to those kids. She did around 4 o'clock today. What the world is going on out here in this world? Why they messing with these babies, y'all? Y'all don't do nothing to the babies. A mom. See, you can't call everybody no mother. Why they put that word up there? She ain't no mother. Take that word down. That mothers don't kill their kids. Mothers do not harm their kids. That's a mammy. I'm so sick of y'all. People getting sick of y'all. All in the news.
Is telling us the mother stabbed her children when a CPS worker who suspected the mom was having unsupervised visitations arrived at a home on the street where the
unsupervised visitation. She was having unsupervised. She wasn't even supposed to be over there, y'all. Look at the bicycle, so you know some little girls in unsupervised visitation. When CPS tells you not to be over in a certain place, y'all not supposed to be over there. She was unsupervised. That's why they took him from the first time. Now, why she didn't go after the baby dads? She went after my little babies.
Children lived to check on everyone unannounced. The children, we were told, were living with another relative at the time. The kids living here under the supervision of another relative, as we said, police telling us a CPS worker called 911 when she found all of them dead. 3 of the children, all young, 2 more taken to the hospital. Their injuries unknown tonight. Police not saying much else. We don't know the name of the mother or what charges she's facing right now. Our cameras did capture a group praying outside the home moments ago. As we said, everyone here very upset, shocked. A relative who babysat the kids spoke with us tonight, saying she remembers holding the children like it was just yesterday.
And I just want everybody to know Jim was some beautiful babies. And I love him. And I know God never make no mistake. And I just want to say, they gained their wings.
They ain't gain no wings, baby. They ain't gain no wings. Y'all know I'm upset. This woman went over here to this house, ain't got nothing else to do, lonely. Babies and children. She a black lady. It's us again. Five children. You killed 3 and the other 2 who injured, she was trying to kill them too. And she was unsupervised visit from CPS. So you just opened up that door, walked in there and stuff. I would have bumped her upside like, hey, we've been fighting out in that house. Instead of them kids. This is sad. What kind of world are we living in? What are y'all doing? If this don't hurt no woman, and they got mother, that's a mammy. A mammy stabbed her 5 kids. That ain't no mother. That don't make you no mother because you got kids.
We know tonight it is unknown what sparked the killings, but WFAA sources telling us the mother stabbed her children when a CPS worker who suspected the mom was having unsupervised visitations arrived at a home on the street where the children lived to check on everyone unannounced. The children, we were told, were living with another relative at the time. The kids living here under the supervision of another relative, as we said, police telling us that CPS worker called 911.
And you know what? And the sad thing, another relative is helping your 5 children. Another relative took upon themselves to take care of your babies, and you took their life away and injured their life because you were selfish. I'm so sick of y'all. I really am. Y'all ain't got nothing else to do. Go get a job. Take your medicine. I don't want anybody to talk like that. CPS was in the right place. The CPS called 911 to save these beautiful kids. I ain't stunned that many. I'm talking for these kids.
When she found all of them dead. 3 of the children, all young, 2 more taken to the hospital. Their injuries unknown tonight. Police not saying much else. We don't know the name of the mother or what charges she's facing right now. Our cameras did capture a group praying outside the home moments ago. As we said, everyone here very upset, shocked. A relative who babysat the kids spoke with us tonight, saying she remembers holding the children like it was just yesterday.
And I just want everybody to know them are some beautiful angels. And I love him. And I know God will never make no mistake. And I just want to say, they gained their wings. And this is something that hurts so bad.
We are shocked by this incomprehensible tragedy and always working with law enforcement to investigate how this happened. Why? That's what I'm saying. How did this happen? How? Any mothers out there, mothers, don't walk away from this thing right here. Don't walk away from this content. You should be angry. You should be mad. They don't have to be your kids. Any mothers out there, not your mammies. I'm talking to my mothers, will not walk away from this content. Not mothers. The mammies will, but not the real mothers. They ain't got to be my kids for me to love them. She tried to kill all 5 of her kids. 5, y'all. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5. And the 2 injured got to see her in court, waking up out their sedation and saying, where my mama at? And their mama the one did this to them. I'm so sick of this. Every time I look at the news, it's my people. Can y'all let me see some more people in the news? This hurts me. Look, these folks feel like I do. We are shocked. They shocked too. Incomprehensible tragedy. It don't nobody understand. Real women, the real mothers, don't understand this situation. How? Child Protection Service did their job. I'm gonna let y'all see it. I'm about to let y'all see.
CPS sent us this statement tonight saying, "We are shocked by this incomprehensible tragedy and already working with law enforcement to investigate how this happened and why." As we said, this community rocked. A small vigil was held down the street after the killings to just stand for this family and this community, letting them know that they are with them at this time. News like this travels fast through a small town and everyone is feeling the hurt. This a major story.
Let me let y'all see her. Let me let y'all see her, not her. This is she, it. I'm so sick of these. You know what? No. Look at here, y'all. What in the world is going on in these states? What? Y'all already know how I feel about women and children. So y'all know I'm about to go off the handle.
Rayla Morrison came to pray outside her family's home. She says her family is grieving after 5 of her little cousins were stabbed.
I'm hurting. This has hurt me because when you hear of something like this happening,
Thank you.
yes, it does. It grieves your heart.
Authorities say the tragedy
Thank you.
unfolded at 4 p.m. Friday afternoon when a CPS worker came to this house in Italy to check on the 5 children who were staying with their grandmother. But when the CPS worker arrived, the mother, Shamaiya Hall, answered the door. Sources say she was not supposed to be there unsupervised with her kids.
Listen. Look at her. She wasn't supposed to be there, y'all. She ain't no mother. Y'all smash that like button. She ain't no mother. Don't do it for these kids. Don't do nothing for me. Do it for these kids. She wasn't even supposed to be there. She gonna answer the door. I ain't feeling sorry for nobody no more, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling sorry for them, another quick killer. I'm not. She killed her. How, y'all? Went in her mama's house and killed her kid. She went in her mama's house and killed her kid. Y'all don't hear what they said. She went, y'all smash that like button. This irritates me. She didn't want the children. The grandmama even had a babysitter watching the babies. Look at that bite out there. Y'all, if you got kids and grandkids, you don't see these babies bites. There's a training wheel on this bite. It's a training wheel on that bite. There go another bite. What's going through y'all mind? She answered the door, don't even supposed to be over there. Taking advantage of her mother. Disrespecting her mother. I know she in the house telling her mama what to do. The mama got a clean house trying to make a way for her kids. That girl kids. Y'all young girl need to do what y'all need to do, laying up and having these babies, then you gonna kill them. Yeah, I'm mad. Y'all laying up here having all these children. I got 5 children. I love every last one of them. Real women, real mamas, if you got one, it don't matter. If you're a mother, that girl ain't no mother. She a mammy. We got too many mammies around here. Sitting there ooh, Lord.
To this house in Italy to check on the 5 children who were staying with their grandmother. But when the CPS worker arrived, the mother, Shamaiya Hall,
your mama ain't got no business raising your 5 children. Your hair fits. You got your hair fits. Killed your 5 children. You were trying to kill the mother too. God let them live. God let them live, girl. You kill your babies. I ain't feeling sorry for you. Ain't take your medicine. I don't care what you do. You might need some. You don't want none. If you take it, you think you're crazy. Y'all got to get it together, man. You know what? I'm so tired looking at us in the news. That's all I got to say. Cause we think we run something. Nigga, she over her mama house unsupervised. Them your children. Your mama is old enough. She ain't got no business with all them children. Y'all think these grandmamas just supposed to take care of these babies. Y'all need to take care of your own children. And then you don't need to respect your own mamas for keeping your 5 children. She raised your butt. I don't feel sorry for nobody like this, y'all. Y'all excuse me. I'm sorry. It irritates me. This irritates me. Killed 5 of her kids. She left 2 alive, but she wasn't planning on leaving them alive. She thought they were gone, but Jesus saved their life. She wasn't even supposed to be over her mama's house. Why she ain't go around the daddies? I'm so sick of these women.
Answered the door. Sources say she was not supposed to be there unsupervised with her kids.
Hold on, let me let y'all hear what they said right there.
On the 5 children who were staying with their grandmother, but when the CPS worker arrived, the mother, Shamaiya Hall, answered the door. Sources say she was not supposed to be there unsupervised with her kids. The caseworker called 911. This is what dispatchers relayed to first responders.
She is there for removal of the kids. The last time she was at this address, the mother was aggressive and she is being combative today.
The Ellis County Sheriff's Department says police arrived 5 minutes later to a horrifying scene.
I got kids, multiple stab wounds, back bedroom.
Authorities say a 6-year-old boy and 2 5-year-old twins.
Y'all hear that? A 6-year-old boy, and she killed her twins. And y'all women is just coming through and leaving out of him. Y'all women just coming through here. Y'all don't even care, man. That's sad, man. All women should be on this content, right? Real mothers, real grandmothers. Cause the grandmama taking care of the kid. These little babies, y'all. She killed a set of twins. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Now, come on. That you know it's a little baby, and she didn't even have to take care of the grandmama taking care of. The grandmother. Look at the toy. She got a set of twins. She killed her own twins. Here I am, want twins. And then she didn't have, and this is the sad part about it, she didn't even have the kids. My grandmama had the kids. What's she doing over there unsupervised? Poor babies.
5-year-old twins were dead.
5-year-old twins. She killed her twins? She killed her twins, y'all.
4-year-old boy and a 13-month-old girl were seriously injured, all of them siblings.
I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know why it happened. We can't change it, but what we can do is pray for the family.
There is a family history with CPS and police. Shamaiya Hall has been arrested before in Dallas County. Court records show that in 2017, Hall and her twin sister, Troche Hall,
they got a history of twins. She got twins in her family. That's all they do is fight. That's all they do is fight. She got a set of twins. She got a twin. Then she had a set of twins. Who don't want twins? And then she got a record right here. What in the world going on? Shamaiya, what? Why? I don't even feel sorry for you. I don't. This happened in Dallas, Texas. What is going on? And right here, look, she had a weapon in this. Look.
were arrested for aggravated assault against Trochet's boyfriend. According to court documents, the sisters went to his apartment. When he saw them, he immediately tried to slam the door shut, but they grabbed his shirt and sprayed him with pepper spray. The records go on to say Trochet pulled a knife out of her bra while Shamaiya told her to run up on him and attack him. In another tragic twist to this story, Shamaiya's twin sister, Crochet Hall, is also a
Look at him. Golly, it's a look at that, y'all. Y'all, look. This is what we're dealing with now, y'all. Mental health. Y'all just don't know how serious it is out there. Y'all just don't know how serious mental health is. Mental health means stuff going on in their brain, y'all. Look how she looks. The girl look like she's spaced out. Something that she can't even control. Hair ain't even gone. Kids don't ask to be in this world. When you y'all, I know y'all tonight got to be married and have these kids. It don't matter if you married or not. Hope to love your children. Make me mad. Let me go.
Hall is also accused of stabbing her little girl to death at a
Wait a minute. It's a history, y'all. Listen. She don't kill her kids. This girl right here. This twin right here don't kill her kids. This is this girl right here, twin. This is this girl. That's her twin. Mama had them evil twins. Wow.
her kids. The caseworker called 911. This is what dispatchers relayed to first responders.
She is there for removal of the kids. The last time she was at this address, the mother was aggressive, and she is being combative today.
The Ellis County Sheriff's Department says police arrived 5 minutes later to a horrifying scene.
I got kids multiple stab wounds back bedroom.
Authorities say a 6-year-old boy and 2 5-year-old twins were dead. A 4-year-old boy and a 13-month-old girl were seriously injured, all of them siblings.
I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know why it happened. We can't change it, but what we can do is pray for the family.
There is a family history with CPS and police. Shamaiya Hall has been arrested before in Dallas County. Court records show that in 2017, Hall and her twin sister, Trochet Hall, were arrested for aggravated assault against Trochet's boyfriend. According to court documents, the sisters went to his apartment. When he saw them, he immediately tried to slam the door shut, but they grabbed his shirt and sprayed him with pepper spray. The records go on to say Trochet pulled a knife out of her bra while Shamaiya told her to run up on him and attack him. In another tragic twist to this story, Shamaiya's twin sister, Trochet Hall, is also accused of stabbing her little girl to death at a house in Dallas in 2021. According to court records, the mother says Trochet's little girl was lying on the living room floor, bloody with multiple stab wounds.
Y'all hear this? Did y'all hear this? It's the history with these girls. Jesus. They twins. Her twin don't kill her child. Ooh-wee.
She was standing over the body, quiet and not saying anything.
She was standing over the body and wasn't saying nothing. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all better pray, baby. We gotta pray, y'all. If you don't know how to pray, just say something. Just say, help me, help. This don't make no sense, y'all. They got a history of doing this to each other and their children. What the world going on? If it's so confused. If these grown women did this, what kind of problem do the grandmama got? Their mama. Because this is a history.
Boucher was charged with capital murder, but was found incompetent to stand trial and is now in a mental health facility.
Look, what I say? What I say? When I said mental health, it is serious out here, y'all. It is serious. It is serious. The mind can twist on you at any given time. You don't even know what you did. This girl now, the other sister, is in a mental health facility. Now they're going to put the other one in there. Sad, boy.
Shamaiya Hall sits in the Ellis County Jail with $6 million with bonds, charged with 3 counts of capital murder. Family members say they couldn't comment on the history or the events that led up to 5 little kids being attacked, allegedly by their own mother. In Italy, I'm Rebecca Lopez.
If you have a side gig and need
It's sad, boy. I ain't got nothing else to say. I ain't got nothing else to say. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back with another content. I just can't. I got to let that go because this him took a toll of me. This makes me sick. This kind of stuff right here. I'm so sick of these folks. Every time I see the news,
to file your taxes, visit freetaxusa.com.
A heartbroken grandmother tells Fox 4 she tried to regain custody of her 6-year-old grandson last year, but it just didn't pan out. Tonight, we learned that he is one of 3 young victims murdered, allegedly by his mother. Legend Chappelle and Fort.
Look, y'all, listen what she just said. This the little boy. This the little boy, y'all. Listen. Mom, we just talked to this. Here you go. Look. The grandmama tried to gain custody. The grandmama wanted the kid. She wanted to gain the custody of the kid before he was murdered. This is one of the little boys, y'all. Now he not with us. They go the other baby.
A heartbroken grandmother tells Fox 4 she tried to regain custody of her 6-year-old grandson last year, but it just didn't pan out. Tonight, we learned that he is one of 3 young victims murdered, allegedly by his mother. Legend Chappelle and 4 of his siblings were stabbed Friday evening inside a home in Italy in Ellis County, that is south of Dallas. Their mother, 25-year-old Shamaiya Hall, is charged with...
How could she look at that little boy right there, y'all, and stab him? Because she said, look at that, her eyes. She mentally something going on with her. Poor child Neeson. Y'all got to get help, baby. Y'all got to go get help. Y'all don't want to hear this, but you need to go get help. You got to go get help. She didn't have to mess with that little boy. That 6-year-old boy, little friends in school, gonna ask, where are the teacher gonna say? Did she gonna ask? I know the teacher gonna have a fit.
his death and the deaths of 2 more of his siblings. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager joins us now live with more. Peyton.
Heather, and the 2 children who survived are still in the hospital this evening. Meanwhile, a Grant Prairie grandmother is mourning the loss of her 6-year-old grandson. She tells me on Friday evening she got the call to head to Italy as soon as possible.
He had his smile like it would light up the whole room. He was such a beautiful baby. He was such a beautiful baby.
Tanya Reese is talking about her grandson, Legend Chappelle.
He looks just like
The
her.
6-year-old boy loved basketball and Spider-Man. This picture was taken at his 6th birthday party in October, the last time Reese says she saw him.
It's like I couldn't breathe. I couldn't do nothing. I wanted to fight. I wanted to.
Me
I
too.
don't know. It just anger. You know.
Friday, Reese received a call from her son saying Legend had been murdered by his own mother, 25-year-old Shamaiya Hall. Investigators say Hall stabbed all 5 of her children, killing 3 of them. 2 of the children were hospitalized. An update on their conditions has not been released.
You couldn't have been that selfish.
Hall sits in the Ellis County Jail.
Look. Boy, she said the same thing I said. And y'all sitting up and talking about what Lanita Gill said. And that lady just sat there and said herself, the grandma, she's selfish. She's selfish. That's selfish.
3 counts of capital murder. The Ellis County Sheriff's Office tells Fox 4 Monday more charges are coming, but didn't elaborate. 4 p.m. Friday afternoon, a CPS worker called 911 from the house off Harris Street in Italy. According to the sheriff's office, a CPS worker inside the home made an emergency call to remove the children from the home before they were stabbed. Hall's family members tell Fox 4 she didn't have custody of her children, and it's unclear why Hall was at the home at the time.
So, in other words, they were coming there to get them kids, and she took her kids' life before defect took her. That's sad, man.
What led up to the stabbing? The Ellis County District Attorney's Office is not releasing arrest paperwork that could shed more light on what happened because of the ages of the young victims.
You should have stopped and said, "What am I doing? It's wrong." You just kept going and going and going and going and going and going while those kids are screaming and hollering for their life.
Thank you.
She didn't curl.
Tanya Reese and her husband showed us paperwork from July showing their attempts to gain custody of Legend. However, Reese says Legend and his siblings ultimately ended up in Italy to stay with a relative on Hall's side of the family.
You cheated us in life, but you're not going to cheat them in death. I'm going to fight. I'm going to keep fighting. And I'm going to fight hard. And I'm not going to rest. I'm not going to rest. I'm not going to leave this world until we get justice for Legend.
Oh, yeah, that's sad. You know what? And I love the grandma. Why they didn't get these kids to this lady? Why, y'all got to get these kids to people who love them. That's the grandmama. Beautiful woman. That little boy would have been saved if y'all had gave him to his grandmama. He been still alive.
Day evening, she got the call to head to Italy as soon as possible.
He had this smile like it would light up the whole room. He was such a beautiful baby. He was such a beautiful baby.
Tanya Reese is talking about her grandson, Legend Chappelle.
So
she says
cute.
the 6-year-old boy loved basketball and Spider-Man. This picture was taken at his 6th birthday party in October, the last time Reese says she saw him.
It's like I couldn't breathe. I couldn't do nothing. I wanted to fight. I wanted to. I don't know. It just anger. You know.
Friday, Reese received a call from her son saying Legend had been murdered by his own mother, 25-year-old Shamaiya Hall. Investigators say Hall.
Girl, Shamaiya, I'm gonna check something else when we finish. I don't even see how you did each one of them kids like that. I can see you doing one, but I don't see you doing each one. You want to get rid of all of your kids, so defects won't take them out their house. That's selfish. Selfish.
Stabbed all 5 of her children, killing 3 of them. 2 of the children were hospitalized. An update on their conditions has not been released.
You couldn't have been that selfish.
Hall sits in the Ellis County Jail facing 3 counts of capital murder. The Ellis County Sheriff's Office tells Fox 4 Monday more charges are coming, but didn't elaborate. 4 p.m. Friday afternoon, a CPS worker called 911 from the house off Harris Street in Italy. According to the sheriff's office, a CPS worker inside the home made an emergency call to remove the children from the home before they were stabbed. Hall's family members tell Fox 4 she didn't have custody of her children, and it's unclear why Hall was at the home at the time or what led up to the stabbing. The Ellis County District Attorney's Office is not releasing arrest paperwork that could shed more light on what happened because of the ages of the young victims.
You should have stopped and said, what am I doing? It's wrong. You just kept going and going and going and going and going and going while those kids are screaming and hollering for their life. She didn't curl.
Tanya Reese and her husband showed us paperwork from July showing their attempts to gain custody of Legend. However, Reese says Legend and his siblings ultimately ended up in Italy to stay with a relative on Hall's side of the family.
You cheated us in life, but you're not gonna cheat them in death. I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna keep fighting, and I'm gonna fight harder. And I'm not gonna rest. I'm not gonna rest. I'm not gonna leave this world until we get justice for Legend.
25-year-old Shamaiya Hall does have a lengthy criminal history. In 2017, she was arrested for aggravated assault. According to an arrest affidavit, she and her twin sister tried to stab a man. Now, in 2021, Hall's twin sister allegedly stabbed her own 7-year-old daughter to death. We asked Ellis County Sheriff's Office if they have ever visited the Italy home, and they tell us right now they cannot disclose that information.
Wow.
I'm going to show you how to write songs.
I can't believe this, y'all. I can't. I'm still trying to. I don't understand this. I don't even see how a mammy can kill. I can't believe this. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just can't.
Good morning. Is everyone ready? Thank you for your patience. Obviously, this has been a long journey thus far to getting justice for Shanquella Robinson. Justice for Shanquella Robinson.
Justice for Shanquella Robinson.
I'm attorney Ben Crump, along with my law partner, attorney Sue Ann Robinson. We have the honor of being joined by the queen of the movement, Tamika Mallory, and Until Freedom, with Professor Angelo Pina and my son, the General. We are so grateful that Until Freedom never stopped fighting for Ms. Robinson, never. Even when everybody seems to sweep it under the rug, they stayed the course. Also, we have present with us the NAACP president here in Washington, Akusa, and we have Mario Black from Million Youth March of Charlotte, North Carolina, where Shanquella Robinson hailed from. But most importantly, we have present with us her sister, Quila Long, and her mother, Miss Robinson. You can only imagine what she has endured in these 18 weeks. You can only imagine. And so she's not alone. We're standing with her, and we will never, ever leave her pursuit for justice, because Shanquella Robinson life matters.
That's right.
And so let's give you just a little background of what got us here today. And I'm so grateful to Attorney Robinson for going above and beyond for Justice Roland Martin. I mean, my law partner did things that make her heroic, not just as a lawyer, but as a strong Black woman who sees the humanity and Shanquella Robinson as possibly somebody who could be her own flesh and blood. That's what humanity requires. So thank you, Attorney Sue Ann Robinson, from the bottom of my heart. Shanquella, as we know, was 25 years old. She was from Charlotte, North Carolina. Her date of death is October 29, 2022. She was reported dead on October 29th. Her mom, Miss Robinson, is here. I told you her sister, Quilla Long, is here. It's important to know that Shanquella Robinson graduated from Winston-Salem State University, a great historically black college and university in North Carolina. She was a hairstylist. She owned a clothing boutique. She worked for an insurance agency. And as Tamika Mallory and I just marveled at how wonderful of a person she was, she also braided little black girls' hair. That was her profession. That's what she did every day, all day. And obviously she was an influencer on social media. It has been 126 days since she died. That's 18 weeks. Video footage of her being beaten literally to death was released on November 16, 2022, 108 days ago, 15 weeks and 3 days, and still, with all this visual evidence, nobody has been arrested.
That's right.
Nobody has been arrested. And as my son, the general, always talks about
the same products, only I get them cheaper. Save hundreds of dollars a month by doing this one simple trick that I'm about to show you. Don't spend another dime shopping on
black.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, let me add something right quick. Hold on for a minute. Sorry about that, y'all.
Lives matter. Our black children lives matter. And people always try to say, well, you all don't show up when black people get killed by other black people. You only show up if a white police officer get killing a black person. No, that's not it. Oftentimes we can't get the media to cover it. But my son, Until Freedom, our law firm, we have been showing up when black people get killed unjustly, whether it's a white person who killed them or it's a black person who killed them. Because Shanquella Robinson, life matters. 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 In the video, a woman who was identified by witness as Dajanay Jackson is seen brutally beating Shanquella Robinson while she is stark naked. I argue it's just as bad to Tamika Mallory or worse than how they beat Tyree Nichols to death. I mean, you look at those videos, they are both horrific, inhumane. The travel mates who went to Mexico with her, I mean, you're talking about adding insult to injury. Sabina, the travel mates returned from Mexico to the United States and told Miss Robinson she died of alcohol poisoning. They failed to mention the fight or what we saw in that video, Roland Martin, that Shanquella Robinson had a head injury, that she was attacked, that they were joking about it, texting about what happened in the aftermath of the tragedy. But they never mentioned that to Miss Robinson. We are asking for high level of diplomatic intervention from the President of the United States and the State Department to do what is necessary to bring the person or the people who are responsible for the murder of Shanquella Robinson to justice. Let me repeat that again. We are asking for high-level intervention.
Start your printing business today with a top-of-the-line toner transfer printer from
from the President of the United States and the State Department to do whatever is necessary to bring justice to Shanquella Robinson, the person or the persons responsible for her death. It's not a hard act. When you look at that video, it is not a hard act. And when you think about when white women go missing, it's not a hard act. My colleagues will get more into that later. Now, the family retained us, and my law partner, Sue Ann Robinson, as I said, she went above and beyond. The family asked her, and she went on a fact-finding mission to Mexico on their behalf after being advised by us that the Mexican authorities were not doing their job. That's what the U.S. said. The Mexican authorities were not doing their job in regards to investigating this crime. And so, you know, for Black people to get justice often in America and certainly abroad, we have to go above and beyond. And Sue Ann Robinson went above and beyond. I mean, this sister, she went down to Mexico for a week. I mean, had threats to her safety. She's a mother of two beautiful little girls, but she saw that she could not justify staying safe and playing it safe while Miss Robinson's daughter had been killed. So Sue Ann Robinson deserves all the credit in the world for going down there and getting the evidence necessary for us to come here today and to say to the department that it is clear. Mexico has advised that their investigation is complete. They have identified a suspect. That suspect is currently out free in the United States of America, and that is not right that the suspects and the people involved are sleeping comfortably in their own beds at night. If they are guilty of a crime, then the United States government should do one or two things. One, they should either extradite the person who murdered Shanquella Robinson to Mexico to face the charges and the crimes that have been alleged against her. Or two, they should take jurisdiction, Mexico is willing to give jurisdiction to the United States to bring a case for those responsible for killing Shanquella Robinson to justice. And the only question is, State Department, President Biden, what are you going to do to bring justice for this broken-hearted family, especially this mother of Shanquella Robinson? It's not a hard act. Either extradite the killer or take jurisdiction so you can prosecute the killer.
I don't understand why they haven't done it. Why haven't the United States Biden done it? But he over here, I'm going to come back to this. Biden is over here helping this case. I don't understand this. He is over there helping this case over here. But you can't help. See, God don't like ugly. He over there, he ain't helping Shanquella case. He ain't helping Shanquella case. But here, this here happened. You see what I mean? That led in Jesus. God knows that. And Biden knows that. This is serious. This kind of stuff like this will happen for real, Biden.
Keep your business
rolling. When they were talking to you about Shanquella, it wasn't all about going on the trip and having a good time. It's about, this is what's going on. So you're going to let all our Americans go over here and just let them do this to us? Biden, what are you going to do? These people voted for you.
Americans kidnapped in Mexico. According to a Mexican governor, 2 have been found dead, one of them wounded and 1 American unharmed. Their kidnappings prompting the State Department to issue its highest level warning advising against traveling to parts of Mexico. The American citizens went down to Mexico for medical procedures, but ended up getting kidnapped after a gunman opened fire. Now, it happened Friday in the
Y'all stop going down there getting y'all body fixed. Stop going to Mexico getting your body fixed. Leave your body alone from down there. They were going down there to get their body fixed. And then they gone.
Mexican border city of Matamoros. According to the FBI, the group was driving a white minivan with North Carolina plates when they came under gunfire from a group of armed men. They were later dragged out of the van and pushed into a waiting car that fled the scene. Mexico's president says these kidnappings may be a case of mistaken identity. Gosh.
We're fine.
Let's say it.
The Dallas man is scheduled to be executed tonight for the 2009 murders of his wife and 6-year-old stepdaughter.
Gary Green stabbed.
Oh, look, y'all. Oh, look, y'all. I want y'all to see this. Oh, look. Which one I was on? This one? Oh, y'all. This is what I want
some breaking news we want to share with all of you on those.
Okay, y'all, this is new details.
We begin our report with the kidnapping of 4 Americans in Mexico. 2 of them are safely back on U.S. soil. The other 2 are dead. The victims were found in a rural area east of the northern Mexico border city of Matamoros. The other 2 survivors were returned to the U.S. Tuesday. Mexican officials say one of them was injured. Omar Villafranca is in Brownsville, Texas, with the latest.
2 Americans who survived being caught in a shootout and kidnapped by cartel gunmen were taken to a hospital in Brownsville, Texas today. Mexican authorities found Latavia McGee and Eric Williams at a stash house outside the city of Matamoros after gunmen moved them to multiple locations to avoid capture. It was the end of a road trip for cosmetic surgery. McGee, Williams, along with their close friends Shahid Woodard and Zindell Brown, traveled last week from South Carolina to Matamoros so McGee could have cosmetic surgery. This video shows the moment when they were kidnapped at gunpoint after being caught in a shootout between rival cartel gangs. Here, you see McGee being forced into the back of a pickup truck by armed men, with others who appear hurt, also dragged and loaded onto the truck bed. Woodard and Brown were killed. Traveling abroad for medicine and medical procedures is common. More than 1 million Americans traveled to Mexico for
Y'all stop going over there. You see what happened to Shanquella? 2 Americans was killed over there. 2 of your people. And 2 were rescued. Over there trying to get medical attention, y'all. And we can't even get justice for Kanika right. Not Kanika, I'm sorry. Justice for Shanquella. But they got them all on the news. Over there doing stuff for y'all bodies. Y'all need y'all. Oh, God, man. Whew. Jesus. I wish y'all leave y'all bodies alone. I can't tell you what to do. They let them go, y'all. They let the 2 that they had kidnapped go. But killed the other 2.
Americans who survived being caught in a shootout and kidnapped by cartel gunmen were taken to a hospital in Brown.
Just imagine somebody kidnapped you over there in Mexico. She was kidnapped over there and her friends did. And they don't even know why the cartels chose them.
Were taken to a hospital in Brownsville, Texas today. Mexican authorities found Latavia McGee and Eric.
They found them, y'all. They took them. They found and released them because they had the wrong people. The Mexicans had the wrong people. The cartels had the wrong
Authorities
people.
found Latavia McGee.
Had the wrong people.
And Eric Williams at a stash house outside the city of Matamoros after gunmen moved them to multiple locations to avoid capture. It was the end of a road trip for cosmetic surgery. McGee, Williams, along with their close friends Shaheed Woodard and Zindell Brown, traveled last week from South Carolina to Matamoros so McGee could have cosmetic surgery. This video shows the moment when they were kidnapped at gunpoint after being caught in a shootout between rival cartel gangs. Here, you see McGee being forced into the back of a pickup truck by armed men, with others who appear hurt, also dragged and loaded onto the truck bed. Woodard and Brown were killed. Traveling abroad for medicine and medical procedures is common. More than 1 million Americans traveled to Mexico for health tourism last year, spending about $250 million. 38-year-old Williams, a husband and father, was shot in the leg but is expected to survive. We talked to his wife, Michelle, moments ago from North Carolina. She didn't want to show her face, but says she talked to her husband today.
Did he tell you anything about that moment at all?
No, we didn't discuss it because it was to hear his voice. It was just a lot of crying. My son was there, and my son just wanted to hear his voice. And then he had to go because he was going into the hospital.
CBS News has learned that McGee had been to Mexico before for cosmetic surgery. Investigators are blaming the Gulf Cartel for this incident, and Mexican authorities have also announced that a 24-year-old has been arrested in connection with this attack. John?
Omar, is there any word on the recovery of the deceased victims and bringing them back to the United States?
That's going to be a government process. We're trying to figure out exactly the timetable for it, but when there's deceased in one country, moving them back to the U.S., and obviously there's going to be some machinations involved, that will take some time, but we're expecting it to be soon.
And how are people reacting to this incident on the U.S. side of the border?
Well, some of them aren't really surprised. As a matter of fact, we had a pastor tell us that there are kidnappings, hundreds of kidnappings on the Mexican side all the time, but they're usually Mexican nationals, and it doesn't get the attention of the American media. So it's one of those things where they're aware that it happens, but the people here in Brownsville who cross over into Matamoros, many do it daily. They either work over there or they go eat over there and shop daily. They're not.
They're sad. And they take you back to here. They take us back to right here. To this girl right here. This take us back to this. It take us back to here. That's where it take us back to right here. Shanquella case.
Media would not let it die. Natalie Holloway was in our homes every day, and she should have been. And so should Shanquella Robinson. And so should Shanquella Robinson. I want to thank my dear sister, Rabbi Bara Elman. Come on over here, Bara Elman. The rabbi has come down to show that this is not just about black women. This is about all women. And that we must all stand together in saying that enough is enough of this country disrespecting our people and disrespecting humanity. The question that I have for President Biden, for Merrick Garland, the head of Department of Justice, the question that I have for the head of the United States State Department, what would you do if it was your child? Come on now. What would you want to see happen in this country if it was your child who was beaten to death on camera without clothes? Imagine that her family had to watch a video of their baby, their sister, being beat to death with no clothes on and no support. What would you want President Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, what would you want as a black woman if you saw your sister being beaten like that? How would you move? What calls would you make? What would you expect in terms of the answers that this family has not been provided? They have been told that there's no information that can be given to them, but that they will get a call back. No family wants to hear that. They should be invited on a regular basis to conversations where it is clear what this country is doing. Now, some will say, I'm sure, when they start with their narrative, they are going, I see it's raining and we're going to be quick. They will say that they're doing a lot. But the problem is that this country does not have a good reputation of protecting black women. And so therefore, we cannot take your word for it. To help me, please help me and my
the mother of Shanquella Robinson, and then as we found Attorney Robinson, Attorney Page, White, Monique Press, everybody on our legal team, we're going to go and present the evidence to the Department of Justice, and we're going to demand justice for Shanquella Robinson. It's that simple. And so please give your attention to the mother of Shanquella Robinson as she gives her soul to you.
My name is Shalomanda Robinson. I am the mother of Shanquella Robinson. I am here in Washington. They asked me for answers about what happened for my daughter. I don't wish a terrible nightmare on anyone. My daughter was beautiful on a video. She was undressed, and there was many people that could have helped her. They laughed and joked and said Shanquella came back from a vacation bed with a broken leg and a spinal. I can hardly talk about it. Since November 16th, no one has been arrested. The people who knew what happened to my daughter are living their lives. They have returned to work, and my family is left to wait and we to beg for answers. I am here as an American citizen to ask our president and everyone with the power to get justice for my daughter to help me. Please help me and my family.
And we will help you, Miss Robinson. Justice for Shanquella Robinson.
Justice for Shanquella Robinson.
Justice for Shanquella Robinson.
Justice for Shanquella Robinson.
Thank you. And now we're going to hear from her sister, Quilla Long, the sister of Shanquella Robinson.
Good afternoon. The death of my beautiful sister has been the hardest thing that I've ever had to deal with in my life. I have dealt with death of a loved one in my family, but my sister's death is a different type of love. my mind have not been at ease. I have not been able to rest since October the 29th of 2022. I got the call of her death. I also was told lies about her death, and I witnessed, among others of the world, a video of her death. This journey has been frustrating, the feeling of disheartened to our government. I feel like our government has failed us. Now we got to take extra steps and measurements as far as rallies, as far as press conferences, mailing letters that I feel like we should not have to do. It's been 5 months and something should have been done. My sister was the sweetest person, lovable, business driven, and respectful. She didn't associate herself with drama.
Camper.
Okay, so I feel like whatever happened or the situation that took place at that villa, she was trying to leave and they wasn't trying to let her go.
Thank you, Quella.
On this journey, we just try to stand together and try to protect her as much as we can and fight for her because she's no longer here. She needed help then and she needs help now.
Amen. Thank you, Quella. No peace. No peace. If anybody lose focus of why we're standing out here in the rain, and they say it may not be the most ideal time to stand and do the press conference, I just think this rain are the tears of this mother and this family. And we'll stand with them in the rain, the sleet, or the snow until we get justice. And that's why we're going to go meet with the Department of Justice. And we're
all right, y'all. It's time for President Biden, y'all president, to do something for this situation. They need to do something. You see this happen over here. You see all this going on right here. This shouldn't even never happen. How could the cartels get them mixed up? And they let them go. They let them go. They let them go, y'all. There they go right there. They out. They out. Sit down, Camper.
You protect.
They let the other two go, y'all. This is sad. This is so sad. But the U.S., they rushed over there for. See, the U.S., you see what they can do? They rushed over there and got them off over there, didn't they? They got them off over there, didn't they? They rushed and got them off over there. Y'all might be hanging up. They ain't gonna send them over there through that time. And they locked one guy up, y'all.
in Matamoros last week have been found dead. Their bodies will be returned to the U.S. later today. The two surviving Americans are already back here in the country.
So they got the other two. They back in the country. At first they didn't have most of them. They back in the country, y'all. But they took them to Texas to get to the doctor, make sure they was okay.
Authorities have at least one suspect in custody. ABC's Nguyen reports.
A tragic ending to the search of 4 Americans kidnapped in Matamoros, Mexico at gunpoint last week. Mexican authorities say 2 of the victims were found dead, their bodies for now held at a morgue there. The State Department announcing the 2 surviving Americans are already back in the U.S. This video appearing to show the group as they were being kidnapped by heavily armed men and thrown into the back of a pickup truck. The 4 Americans have been identified as Shaid Woodward, Latavia Tay McGee.
He back. I know he back. I think she's alive. And them two just rolled over there with her.
Zindel Brown and Eric Williams. His mother, who previously said her daughter went to Mexico for a cosmetic medical procedure, telling ABC News in a phone call that the FBI informed her daughter is one of the survivors.
I had to hold my heart. I said, I'm so appreciative. I was thinking the Lord. I said, thank you, Jesus, a God.
Michelle Williams confirms to ABC that her husband Eric is the other survivor. Mexican officials say he was found suffering from a gunshot wound to the leg. U.S. officials say gunmen began shooting at the group's minivan, which had North Carolina plates, then kidnapped the people inside. One Mexican bystander was also killed. This part of Mexico is a place Americans are warned not to travel to.
This is considered by the State Department.
Y'all, why are they over here, y'all? Why are we over here in this state? This country. We don't even supposed to be on this side getting on cosmetic surgery. She was getting a tummy tuck. Not right here. Y'all don't need to go. We don't need to be here. This one of the worst country right here. State, rather, it's in Mexico.
To travel to.
This is considered by the State Department a level 4, which says that's what Afghanistan is a level 4. That these are not places that any
Where are they
American
doing
should
over
be
there?
This incident highlighting the drug-related violence occurring south of the border among Mexican cartels.
The DEA and the FBI are doing everything possible to dismantle and disrupt and ultimately prosecute.
This is the same man who they ready to respond about the Shanquella Robinson case. This is he, y'all. He is the same general that they are waiting to handle Shanquella Robinson case, and ain't nothing happened.
The leaders of the cartels.
Mexican authorities say at least one person has been arrested in connection to the kidnapping, adding the bodies of the 2 killed Americans will be transferred to the U.S. later today.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content.
Y'all can go to that section of Mexico. Y'all cannot go to that section of Mexico to get no kind of cosmetic surgery. No, they went to the wrong side. And whoever gave them that surgery should have told them.
Shaid Woodward, Latavia Tay McGee, Zindel Brown, and Eric Williams. McGee's mother, who previously said her daughter went to Mexico for a cosmetic medical procedure, telling ABC News in a phone call that the FBI informed her daughter is one of the survivors.
I had to hold my heart. I said, I'm so appreciative. I was thinking the Lord. I said, thank you, Jesus, a God.
Michelle Williams confirms to ABC that her husband Eric is the other survivor. Mexican officials say he was found suffering from a gunshot wound to the leg. U.S. officials say gunmen began shooting at the group's minivan, which had North Carolina plates, then kidnapped the people inside. One Mexican bystander was also killed. This part of Mexico is a place Americans are warned not to travel to.
Don't go there, y'all. Don't go there. Not to that point. That part. That's
considered by the State Department a level 4, which says that's what Afghanistan is a level 4. That these are not places that any American should be going.
This incident highlighting the drug-related violence occurring south of the border among Mexican cartels.
The DEA and the FBI are doing everything possible to dismantle and disrupt and ultimately prosecute the leaders of the cartels.
Mexican authorities say at least one person has been arrested in connection to the kidnapping, adding the bodies of the 2 killed Americans will be transferred to the U.S. later today.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC.
Let's say it. Okay, y'all. I just wanted to bring that in for y'all because I know a couple of y'all don't have this channel. Y'all don't have this information on y'all TV. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.